I recently heard a tale for the times. It involved someone who was on a stage presenting, and they apparently told a story, much to everyone's surprise, that was offensive to some members of the audience. Now, what was especially interesting about this was how quick people were to say that members of the audience were just being too sensitive. Well, that gave me pause. You see, here's what I know. If you're on a stage, including the stage of life, we're always at risk of offending someone, always at risk of offending someone. It doesn't matter whether it's appropriate for them to be offended. What matters is for us to be aware that we're always at risk of stepping on toes, saying something inappropriate. And the result is that we need to be mindful and attentive to that. To blame the audience, to blame the recipient, to blame the loved one, to blame the friend, to blame the employee because they were injured completely enables us to look past our part. Now, people say, so like, what does this look like in practice? Well, because I never know for sure when I might do something stupid. I've been known to do stupid things. But I got taught a really important tool for all of us, especially when you're in front of some kind of an audience. That's to let them know that you may say something stupid. To let them know that you may not be aware of some of the things that are important to them. And here's the important part. That you would like them to make sure and tell you because you'd like to learn if you say something inappropriate. Because you need to be better. What that does is it lets them know that you know and gives them permission to give you feedback. And truth be told, who wouldn't want that feedback? Wouldn't you want to know if you biffed it and stepped on someone's toes, even if they're overly sensitive? I would want to know because I'd want to be aware of it. So the first time I learned this, many years ago, I was doing some work in Native Americans, a whole bunch of people from a whole bunch of tribes. And I just happened to think on that day that it was a good idea to use Thanksgiving Day as an example. Well, if you didn't catch that, Thanksgiving Day is not exactly a good example in Native America. Thankfully, there was a guy, a Choctaw Indian guy, who called me up. And he said that. He said, Ron, that's probably not a good example. I blushed. It's like, you are absolutely right. And I've never made that mistake again because I learned, because they told me, because I gave them permission to tell me. Now that is something you can put to good use.